the Night of the Living Dead.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Temmet, Naktamun's Will. Temmet is a zombies commander in Esper colors. Whenever you draw a card, Temmet will give all your zombies, himself included, +1/+1 until end of turn. And whenever you attack, even if you're not attacking with him, you will draw a card and then discard a card. This is a great excuse to run lots of low to the ground, good zombie creatures, especially zombies that will buff other zombies, like our new Lord of the Undead, and other zombie synergy like Diregraph Colossus and Archghoul of Thraben. As you build up your zombie army, you'll be buffing them up by drawing cards either through Temmet's ability, spells, zombie abilities, or cards like Kindred Discovery and Raffine that will draw you lots of cards when you attack in, making your army hard to block, huge, and powerful. I will say, before we get into the video though, Temmet is an Esper commander. And even though I'm not running that much interaction in this deck, he does match against very strong commanders. So please don't play this deck if you're expecting to win. Play this deck if you love hordes of the undead. So let's take Temmet into the queue and start hitting our opponent with the zombies with the zoomies. Hamza, Guardian of Erishin, discounts your creatures based on a number of creatures you have with +1/+1 counters on them. And also, you know, it's going to cost itself less based on a number of cards with +1/+1 counters. I got a turn 1 zombie. I like that. I'll play it. It's Foulmire Knight. It's got Death Touch. Oh, and they have a Librarian. Mild-mannered. Can get +1/+1 counters on it. I'll swing in. Hey, do you want to trade? Great. They didn't get to draw a card off it. It doesn't have any counters. It's going to be Scales. Selesnya Scales. Archghoul of Thraben, if my zombies die. I look at the top card of my deck, and if it's a zombie, I get to put it in my hand. But oh, it didn't die. It got exiled. Oh, okay. Kami of Whispered Hopes. This will put additional counters on their creatures, and also can tap for mana of its colors. So let's go for this Blood Scrivener. Crack open the Polluted Delta. Grabbing a Swamp and playing Metallic Midway. I should have done those in the other order so this would get a +1/+1 counter on it. That's on me. Sometimes you forget that you got to do this one and then that one. Order! I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They're putting 2 counters? No, they're making a cat. It's a good cat, though. Good cat right there. They have just 1 green up, so I think I'm pretty safe to play Temmet. But I could also go for a Scarab God. Nah, Temmet. And I'll swing in. We draw a card. I get to discard a card. I'll drop the Otawara. And I have a feeling they want to trade. They don't want to trade? Ooh, okay. It's a little scary. Probably so they have more creatures with counters on them next turn. Oh, that's a Cathar's Crusade. So now if they have a creature enter, they all get counters anyway. Meow wow. Okay, yeah, you guys are pretty big, pretty chunky, but what if I put the Cappies back into your hand? So you have your blockers. Okay, cool. Zahur, Restless Dead. I'll drop the Zahur. Things they have are loads of mana, but hopefully mana isn't enough. I still have a card in hand, so Blood Scrivener's not drawing me the extra. Defiler of Vigor, they can now pay 2 life instead of green mana for each of their permanents. And oh no, somebody in chat got a scam message. There's somebody impersonating me on Discord. It's not me. If you get a message from somebody who says they're me, but isn't me, you can probably tell. It's a shame. This is not the first time this has happened. All right, let's go ahead and throw this right in the trash. And by the power of Menace, close out the game. Yeah, if you get a message and then the username is not literally just Amazonian, it's not me. Also, my Discord used, like my Discord profile, it's me chugging coffee. It's great. GG, Hamza. Massacre Girl, known killer. Massacre Girl gives your creatures Wither, meaning they assign damage as -1/-1 counters, and if a creature your opponent controls dies because it has 0 toughness, you get to draw a card. Or if it dies with 0 toughness too. Let's see. I've got the Scab, but no blue other than this, but that is enough blue, so we'll keep this. I have a bit of a curve. Hi there. Ooh. Yeah. Less than 1. Nice. So not 0, because then it wouldn't work for, it wouldn't work if it had negative toughness. You're gonna plunder. I'm gonna drop Seagate Restoration, and then I'm going to let them steal from my deck, because quite honestly, a lot of my cards, unless they hit like some of the odd removal spells, they're not that useful in a vacuum. They're very much cards for zombie decks. I will go for the Wayward Servant first, a little zombie drainer. Whenever a zombie enters, they lose a life, I gain a life. And oh my god, I can have a zombie that enters! The Headless Rider! Make it so when my zombies die, I get more zombies too. Yay, zombies. Oh, they started their engines. Alright, going cranberries up in here. Wayward Servant, drains him for a life and swinging for 2. Since they started their engines, I'm wondering if they have other start your engines stuff in the deck. Karn Silex, that's a board wipe. It hits all non-land permanents, so I probably don't want to go for Necro Duality. I think just destroying that is a good idea. Let's do it. I'm going to use the Witch Enchanter instead of playing it as a land. If I need 5 mana next turn, I can sacrifice a creature, like you. I have the Phyrexian Tower out. And then swing for 5. They do have 2 mana up. I would love to have Necro Duality out. It doesn't do anything for Temmet himself, because legendary. But, like, 2-blade stitched scabs, that's pretty cool. They'd get to draw a card. I don't have a great attack there, except with Headless Rider. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Necro Duality. Hi, Massacre Girl. Ooh, -3, -3. I do get a zombie token, which will drain them for 1. Yeah, Temmet's not as important to me here with like the current cards I have out than like these ones. Aw, dang it! It's a board wipe. They get to draw a bunch of cards too. I wish I were drawing cards. I could have had 2 Midnight Reapers out. Hiya, Henny. They swing for 4. I can get rid of everything in play. Okay, one sec. I can... 1, 2, 3... I don't have anything I can do with the additional 2 mana. I can double spell this and this. Yeah, I think I just want to take those out, especially because one of them can become indestructible. And just for the sake of, this is technically the way I'm supposed to do this, I'll play the fleshy. Get a copy, and I can, you know, sacrifice it for 2 mana. I'll sacrifice this one. And then you'll sacrifice that one. No more Massacre Girl until they replay her because they have 7 mana. Yeah, the board wipe was rough, but I do have a decent amount of life. I have a Necro Duality down, and hopefully, like, Midnight Reaper. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. I can go Scab into Reaper. They are bereft of Girl, but not for long. Massacre Girl returns to the board. You can play this game with or without her. Get it? Because with her. At least black doesn't have that much enchantment removal. Will she kill again? I mean, like, I imagine she will. She loves killing. All right, so now when my non-tokens die, I draw a card. Dang it. Well, all right. At least they both trigger. Speed up, nice. I'm gonna lose a lot of life this turn. Oh, worm. Toughness go down. Oh, hey, Blood Artist. I take 4. I'm trying to decide if I want Temmet. I don't have a great swing off Temmet. I think this is a Murderous Rider. Black. Yeah, I think it's a Murderous Rider followed by the Swift, the other side. I just gotta make sure I'm tapping and leaving up black sources appropriately. I will need to pay a bunch of life. I'm gonna lose some life to the Blood Artist too. But I will have 2 life linkers out. We get 2 of them. They're both 4/3s because of the double blade stitched scabs. Yeah, Temmet is very much like he's gonna be a finisher for me. This Necro Duality is doing the work. When you have the choice of like playing a big thing that changes your board a bunch, you gotta make your picks. This one's awesome. I love Necro Duality. Oh, it's a Crocodile! Shrinking all of these, and all they need to do is actually pass the turn, and I die. So will you pass the turn or will you attack? I'm losing 8 to the stab wounds. God, I love Perforator Crocodile. It's not enough. I still lose the 2, because the stab wound was there. Beautiful. GG, Massacre Girl. Tulane, Teller of Tales. Tulane is able to draw a card and put a land into play whenever you cast a creature spell, which can go nearly infinite if you have something like a Shrieking Drake and a landfall trigger that gets you more mana. Yeah, it's good. I think I'm going to go for just all black mana here. I'll get blue mana when I need it. For now, we got zombies. We have card draw related zombies. We actually have 4 card draw related zombies in hand, which is great for Temmet. This lets me tap my zombies to draw a card. If my zombies die, I draw a card. If a non-token dies, I draw a card. And if I'm drawing a card with an empty hand, I draw more card. Now I could tap these to draw. I'm just gonna swing in. They're not gonna block with Bloom Tender. They are gonna be tapping this Bloom Tender for 3 though pretty soon. Shaper's Sanctuary, if I touch their creatures, they'll draw a card. I don't have that much interaction in this deck though. Like, I built this deck to be very much like, it's a zombies deck. I only want it to be a zombies deck. I'm gonna play this Relentless Dead. I am going to go for a draw here just so I can look for a land. These 3. That's a Brainstorm, and I'll swing in for 3. Defense of the Heart? I get blue, I can stop it from triggering for a turn, but at the moment, I don't have blue. Well, they're gonna get 2 creatures of their choice out of the deck. It's fine. It's just Nyx Bloom Ancient who triples what their mana dorks will tap for, and Zerkin Gorklaw who gives everything haste. Intruder. Oh no! Don't please don't intruder alarm. All right, I gotta put full control mode on now too. So intruder alarm is everyone. They have essentially, yeah, infinite mana because they can bounce things back into hand. And because everything will have haste, like just bouncing the Birds of Paradise back into hand and replaying it. Uh-huh. I wonder where my lands are. Hey, I found one! All right. So, they've won. I'm just gonna tell you right now, my opponent has won the game. I was just trying to see how far I'd have to go for this. I don't have any of the, like, Flare of Malice. Not that they wouldn't be able to just dodge it. Honestly, it might be faster for me to be tapping all of my creatures to Crypt Breaker to try to kill myself. Just by drawing cards. Since, I don't know, I've played against enough Tulane decks to know that even if they have lethal, they might not take it. So I'm gonna hit them with a good game and a concede. At least I played zombies. Igra, Eater of All, turns everything into food. And then when food goes to the graveyard, well, you get a little bonus. You get 2 +1/+1 counters. And because the Eager turns everything into food, that means it's an artifact, which means you can use artifact destruction on your opponent's creatures, which is scary. Good. Scary and good. I'm gonna Callous Dismissal this. Just put it back in their hand before they can tap it. Get myself a zombie. It's a little one. It's a little guy. Just a little bud. Sure. Splurge for a Verge. Play the Archeghoul just in case they block. I don't think they're gonna block. But this zombie will make it so when another zombie dies, I can look at the top part of my deck, and if it's a zombie, put it in my hand, and otherwise I can choose to put it in my graveyard. Or I could just keep it on top. Heaped Harvest. That's also a food. When this enters and when they sacrifice it, they will get a land. Also, when they sacrifice it, they can gain 3 life. But you can sacrifice it to other stuff. Heaped Harvest is cool. Sylvan Tutor. Oh, I do not like that you are putting something on top of your deck. I don't have any ways to, like, mess with the top of their deck either. You think it might be like a Primeval Titan and they have another land in hand? It could be one of the creatures that destroys an artifact when it enters. There's also the one that, like, makes all artifacts enter tap. No, it's Camellia! Okay, she does food stuff. Oh, I should have gone Phyrexian. Phyrexian Tower, sacrifice the zombie army, play Temmet. I don't think that would have been a bad move. Hi, Camellia. Gonna munch up the graveyard. Wait. They didn't play Camellia first, so they don't get the squirrel. What's even the point if you don't get a squirrel? I guess ramp. Also, they might have, like, 3 mana removal of a sort. Hi, Camellia. Listen, we all get weird order, weird choices. Order! It's Temmet! Naktamun's Will! I attack in with the zombie army, it'll just be a 2/2. So I don't really think I want to do that. I'll attack in. We draw. Okay. I'm going to drop the Dark Slick Shores since it comes in tapped. It's either that or like the Jiza to reanimate it, but I think I'm going to do that next turn. Sweet. Got 4 damage in. Now here comes Igra, a 6/6 on her own and even bigger later. Okay, Elvish Mystic. Loadsy blockers. Are you sure? In order to get rid of this, I would need to sacrifice a food, like you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sacrifice the zombie army. It's a food. Who knows? I might get a zombie on top of my deck. Force of Vigor. Oh no. Okay. I will sacrifice Temmet. I decide if I want to use the reanimate on that. Yeah, I do. Put that into my graveyard. No, because that's actually a very helpful land for this game plan. Alright, never mind. We're gonna put there. Put that there. Because I realized, like, I have Relentless Dead mana, too. So here comes Temmet. Relentless Dead, and I have 1 black mana in case they kill Relentless Dead, so I can bring it back. Okay, Surveil. Valmire Knight, Stinky, let's go. Grim Tutor, what are they searching for? Could be another one of those destroying artifacts cards. By the way, there is like a pseudo combo with Camellia and Igra, whereas like as long as you have the mana, you can get another food. So you can get more, so you can get more, so you can get more. Swing in. See what I got. Okay, Brainstorm. That can be a lot of very sudden damage. Jiza would give these +1/+1 and Menace. But these two already have Menace. You got a double block. I'm gonna draw a card and lose a life, just making sure I'm leaving up some blue. And now I'm going to Brainstorm to draw 3 more and put 2 back. Which brings me to a lethal swing. GG, Igra. Gale, Conduit of the Arcane. I'm going to have to check what the green version of Gale does, but usually has to do with bringing back spells from the graveyard. When he enters, if it was cast, you return a spell, and then in green, if you specialize him, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put 2 +1/+1 counters in the target creature. Ooh, I wonder if they're a Simic Storm deck. That's cool. I'm going to bring out the Verdant Catacombs. And I'm going to go for a black-white Godless Shrine. Perfect. To play Dread Wanderer. Yeah, I've seen Gale before as, like, just Spell Slinger. Various color combinations for him. Here's a Scrivener, and I'll swing in for 2. Blood Scrivener will make it so if I would draw a card, when I have no cards in hand, I draw 2 instead, which is nice with Temmet. Got a Verge. 2 blue. I'm gonna risk it. Dark Ritual into Temmet. Will it go? I felt the pause. This makes me think that it's a mana drain. Which, if I'm giving them 5 mana, I get it. All right, it was wash away. Move that back, and I'll swing in for 4. I love the zombies that care about my hand being empty. Hi, Dread Wanderer. You're good to discard. We love discarding things for Temmet. A Brainstorm. Swamp, so I'm holding up Swords to Plowshares, and Archghoul of Threben. Hand's almost empty. We are just getting in some nice chip damage here. They're drawing a card. Archghoul of Threben is going to make it so if these die, though, I have the potential to get more zombies in hand. It does not seem like this person is playing, you know, much in the way of removal. I could go for emptying my hand here. Just for the Scrivener to get me more. It's like, do I want to save this Witch Enchanter? Play it for land so I can get closer to Temmet? Yeah, I think so. It's either like going for drawing 2. Oh, Mindspace Apparatus. Look, now you have a target. Cultivate. They're getting lands. So far, they haven't played any creatures, have they? Consuming Tide. That puts everything, I think, back in my hand. Except for 1. I'll choose this. Diregraph Captain will buff these up. Blood Scrivener and Dread Wanderer coming back out to play. And I'm going to bring them down to 4. Their instants and sorceries now cost 2 less. Are you gonna think twice? It's 1 mana to draw a card. Nope, they're losing it. 2 mana to... It's not technically card draw, but to put 2 cards in hand. They only look at 2 cards, though, because they only spent 2 mana on it. So with your remaining mana, can you stop the creatures? I have zombies. They're buffed zombies. There's a lot of them. They're dealing damage. Yeah, what's the plan, man? Okay, Brainstorm. Not Tide? They had enough mana to cast Tide again. Because of the Mindspice Apparatus. But I guess I still would have had lethal, though, because Archghoul, and then I replay the Diregraph Captain. Okay, solve the equation with no mana? Did this enter this turn? Fog. Oh, there we go. Okay, so a Misty Rainforest and a Fog. Where's my life loss zombies? Please. Amy needs life loss zombies. Hello? I could technically Swords to Plowshares one of my own creatures to draw a second card. They have an answer. Yep, they had to tutor for it. Fog. Since I just don't... This is going to seem weird, but I think it's the right thing to do. I'm going to Swords to Plowshares this. So I have an extra chance at drawing an answer. Okay. Didn't see it. That's all right. Temmet also would have, it turns out, done some stuff there, but, like, it's just lands. Expropriate. Oh, God, they're just taking extra turns. He'll give you time, and time again. Which means they're gonna bring that or another extra turn back, I'm guessing. While I sit here and wait. Gale can bring back the Fog, or the Solve the Equation. Consuming Tide, unlikely. Yep, it looks like they went for, Solve the Equation. And now extra turn spell. Yeah, they can't recur expropriate, but they have 2 extra turns. And now they have another extra turn. And they have the Dryad's Revival, which they can cast for 1 mana, so they can take another extra turn. This goes back into their hand, which allows them to, you guessed it, take another extra turn. If only I had a lightning bolt. There's some zombies that let me deal direct damage. That's part of why I was like desperate on that dig. I'll pay an extra life. I'll sacrifice my creature. I'll exile my recurable creature for it. All right, they still have another extra turn in the bank, and we know that they can get another and then another. Okay, yeah. Can we please get rid of all non-exiling extra turn spells? Please. Please. Okay, so they have infinite extra turns here. With these 2 and these 2, they can put everything back into my hand and win the game. I'm going to concede because I really don't need them to take 30 extra turns to deal 2 damage at a time. Mitotic Ultimus. This is a big ooze that gets discounted based on the, highest power. I was going to say, like, the power of your creatures. It's the highest power among the creatures you control. And then, if it dies, becomes 2 oozes, which become, in turn, 2 more oozes, which in turn become 2 more oozes. It's 8 power and toughness split across however many slimes there happen to be. And because it can get a discount, you can cast it for 2 mana. And oftentimes it does get cast for 2 mana. This is also rough because I have a little bit of exiling removal in the deck, but not a lot. I have a feeling that, yeah, look at that. They're going to be just outpowering me. I think I have to kill this so they can't play the Ultimus next turn. They still might be able to, like, with a good Castle Garenbrig. Flare of Cultivation gets them 2 more lands. Death, my poor Fleshbag Marauder is not very helpful. I am going to go for the Herald's Horn. Naming zombie. I have a lot of choices of, like, what cards I could have played there. I'm just going to go for these discounts and potential extra cards in hand. I feel like this is going to come down to, like, can I get 1 giant swing, which is going to require me to just unload my hand. Oh, hi, Nissa. Please don't destroy the Herald's Horn. Just make more big boys! Oh god, they already have 7 mana. 8 mana, I'm sorry. They have 8 or 9 if they're casting creatures. I said don't! Nissa, I said not to do that. Come on, that's rude. You know what? I think I'm gonna need some flying here. These both give additional power. I'm gonna go for Rafine. Conniving. I will drop the Fellstinger or the Fleshbag. Fleshbag, I think, is actively bad against them because of, like, this. The fact that, like, this gets sacrificed, it just becomes more guys. They make a Phyrexian. It's a 4/4. They can now cast the Ultimus for 5 mana. They're exploring. It's giant and it does have trample. Monkey. Temmet swinging in here. I would be drawing 4 cards. Only these get the buffs, though, and they're just able to block them. So I don't think this is a Temmet turn. I will start with, I think Rafine Foulmire swing, maybe? I can kill Nissa, though. No, I can't, because you don't get the buff. Unless I'm swinging with all of those. Dang it, Nissa! Out of my face. Okay, the brainstorm is funny. Diagraph Captain. And I'm not paying for life for these because I just don't need it. And also, I'm just trying to go wide. I have gone wide. Nissa will be able to make another horror? Phyrexian horror? Okay. Monkey. Can gain them up. Oh, burden rejuvenation. That puts 8 things in. Oh, am I just dead? Hold up. I played zombies. Are you proud of me? Look, you get triple mana. Hey, Orc Daddy, thank you for the 5-month resub. I'm just out here, like, grasping, like, I have nothing. What do you mean Court of Calling for 8? Huff! Stop it! Well... Guess I'll die. Yikes! And here I was like, oh man, you know, with Temmet and all of these creatures attacking, I'm gonna draw like 5 cards. And then if I had already gotten like some blue mana, maybe I could brainstorm for an extra, but I have nothing. GG. Loot the Pathfinder. It's got 3 different exhaust abilities, and one's a bolt, one's an ancestral recall, and one is 3 mana. It's ritual of a sort. I've got nothing for turn 1, so I'm gonna start with this drowned catacomb. Just let it come in tapped. Utopia Sprawl. Oh, they're ramping. Yeah, loot is just good stuff. You can build it as a blink deck. You can build around exhaust as a theme. Or you can just build loot to be good. Just good cards in these colors. I found this problem when I was building loot where it was like, I made mine mostly a blink deck and around a little bit of activated abilities. But most activated ability stuff is based around reducing costs, which his abilities only cost 1, so you don't really need. I'm gonna just pop that back into their hand. Please discard a creature. Great. That's mine now. I think that Reanimate and Zombify should turn creatures into zombies. Alright, and I guess that's all I needed. GG. Marchesa, Dealer of Death. Gives you card advantage just for play in the game. Whenever you commit a crime, you can pay 1 mana. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 in the graveyard and 1 into hand. It's card selection on top of being, you know, card advantage. It's really good. Lord of the Accursed. Yeah, okay. I like a good classy zombie lord here. Yeah, Marchesa tends to be just kind of like Grixis tempo. Kill spells, counter spells, and discard spells all work for her. And since some of those only cost 1 or 2 mana, it's really easy to refill your hand. Monkey. You a 2/3? You are a 2/3. Come out here. Being asked, have I ever tried to use a deck for Brawl Stars and didn't get interesting enough matches to justify the video? I usually just don't record the deck. There's a bunch of decks that I have made and never recorded because they're just so bad. Like Kaladin. I made a Kaladin deck and yeah. That's it, I made a Kaladin deck. I could bring out Temmet, but he doesn't really do anything here. I don't have double blue. I think this is just Rafine. She's a good blocker. And I'll play the Witch Enchanter as a land. Kaladin with Kaladin. Yup. Here comes Marchesa. And Temmet. So Temmet, notably, only buffs zombies. Rafine, not a zombie. but I still get to loot. So I'm gonna loot. I'm gonna look for the cards that I want and drop some of the cards that I don't want. I'm looking for zombies. Big surprise. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the other, like, decks I built. There's actually another zombies deck that I built and didn't record. It is the Zul Ashur zombie typo deck. I recorded the Paradox Engine combo deck because it was just so much better. Its win rate was better. The gameplay was better. This sort of, like, typo deck oftentimes is very difficult to get to perform, especially if the commander is a 5 mana who sometimes does stuff when it enters. That part's kind of cool. I could swing in with Temmet this turn. I kind of like getting out some other guys too. Going for Kindred Discovery is neat. Let's do it. And I will name Zombie. Please don't just kill Temmet. Spell Pierce. And here I am with a Dark Ritual in hand. Okay, I'm still swinging in. They can make that Psychic Frog able to block Rafine. Discarding Seagate. That's to Rafine. Discarding Ghast and Ritual. I wonder if they'll go for make Frog big and block Rafine. I probably should have put some counters on her. Okay. They ain't worried about it. Come on, him for something big. Dang it! Frickin' fight it! Why don't you ever just kill my opponents for me? Bob, come on! I was confiding my secrets in you. They're inquiring about our good friend Kozilek. He's not here, but Unstoppable Slasher, Bitter Triumph, and Metallic Mimic are. Yeah, Temmet is also, like, matching a bit above its weight, and I believe it's because it's an Esper commander. I'm not running a lot of the Esper just good stuff parts. I'm running a couple pieces of the removal, but for the most part, like, I didn't bother because I wanted it to be a zombies deck. Because zombies are cool. Right? You know? You know. Drawing and discarding the land to Temmet. Headless Rider and Metallic Mimic. They're blocking at least. Somebody's asking, do I pronounce the word click as click or cleek? Click, because I'm not British. Who knows? Maybe they'll let me discard a card. Well, I could discard a card. Wait, check this out, so I don't have to pay life. Yeah! Oh, slicing! I already have the discard trigger, though, so I do get to amass 2. Is that better than playing the adversary? No, I just thought it'd be fun to, like, actually use an ability on a zombie. Behold! 3 creatures! You gonna make this fly again? Draw a card? Dragon Rage Channeler. It is able to block this turn. It will have to attack in the future, though. Mizium Mortars, not overloaded. They are committing a crime, though. Putting Mana Drain in the graveyard. Thanks for that. And they discard another card for Crucius getting a treasure, dropping the Gale. I swing in again. I'm gonna put the buffs on Rafine. Potential card draw or potential bits of drain. Since I don't have another zombie to follow up with, I think I'd rather have the Augur. So Temmet's huge. Rafine's pretty big too. Are they killing her? A fatal push. Temmet can't die to fatal push. They'll have to block Temmet or kill Temmet though. And that Vigilance is doing some dirty work. I think you gotta block with, yeah, the Dragon Rage Channeler. Because it's not going to be able to block. And bring out the Undead Augur. Kill my zombies? I draw a card, which buffs my zombies. Blot out. Rip. That's an exile, not a destroy. Okay, so now Temmet is an unaffordable 7 mana. Frog gets to fly. What they're holding in hand. Hi, Marchesa, who is considerably larger than an undead augur. I'm in danger. Maddening Hex. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, roll a d6, and it will deal damage to me equal to the result. Okay. That's a funny one. I don't think I've seen anybody use that in Brawl. I don't think it's that good, but I bet it goes hard against some, like, no creature decks where it's just like, yeah, now you're gonna take burn damage every time you cast things. Ambitious. Okay, I could do this for x equals 3, getting 1, 2, 3. Let's try it. This is probably gonna get countered. So for 3 drops, Rafine, she flies. Unstoppable Slasher is so hard to stop, though. I like Wayward Servant on 2. I want zombies. Roll a d6. Let's see what I take. Hey! It resolved! Okay, yeah, more removal. They had more exiling removal. Boo! My slasher, my hash-slinging slasher! Lightning bolt! Well, at least I get to draw from that one. And we draw Phyrexian Tower, which would allow me to play Temmet next turn. Jace, do you bounce a creature? Which one? The Augur? Okay. Make my life harder. And here I was, hoping that I could sacrifice the gas to kill the Crucius and play the... and get the buff from Temmet in the middle. Memory lapse. Back on top of my deck, they're getting card advantage on top of all of this. I think it's worth it to get rid of Crucius. But I'll do it as a block. Or I'll just do it now. I know I was going for the card draw. I'm still surprised I haven't buffed up the frog at all. I guess they're just like, I don't need to. I can just keep holding up mana. Behold, Temmet! No, Temmet. I can even tap for black. Okay. Why are you tails ending that? I was just trying to get myself closer to death. They're just like, take out what I have. That's right. Killing you. Okay, good game, Marchesa. You can discard cards to your frog and kill me. Okay, that's actually less damage. Free card draw with Marchesa. I hate that she gets free card draw. Okay. They're not taking the lethal, so I'm going to concede. Bye, Marchesa. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. As I kind of expected, and as I found when I was testing this deck, Temmet matches against things that are way too strong and far too good at getting value. So unfortunately, yeah, you don't get to win a lot if you're playing this as your commander, but it's still pretty fun, and when you do get a win, it's all the more satisfying. If you'd like to make this deck stronger, take out the good zombie stuff and add in just generic Esper good stuff. Counter spells, which I'm not really running any of, kill spells, board wipes, all of that stuff. It makes the deck a lot less fun, though, because, like, you're not playing zombies then. You're just playing Esper good stuff. So I kept it as zombies, and if you're looking for the deck list, it is in the description of the video. If you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one from Aetherdrift, please let me know in the comments. And also, let me know if you built Temmet as a less zombies commander and how it fared for you. I love zombies as an archetype, but I feel that just because they tend to be focused in black, they tend to be kind of difficult in arena in the 1v1 brawl environment, but they are still a really fun archetype. There's a lot of really interesting zombie cards. I like our new sacrifice outlets, getting to use that in combination with drawing things at instant speed off the Midnight Reaper, or the oh, where are you? The Undead Augur is really cool, draining your opponents with things like Corpse Knight. There's a lot of interesting zombies. They just don't quite hold their own against other cards in arena. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.